So, the rise of artificial intelligence. It's not just shaking up industries like tech and marketing. It's poised to fundamentally redesign the entire world of education. And that means we really have to get our heads around what this revolution means for the educator, a role we thought we understood so well.
Which brings us to the big elephant in the room question that, let's be honest, everyone is asking right now. When you have AI that can explain quantum physics, draft an A-plus essay, and grade papers in seconds, is the teacher's job on the way out?
The answer, thankfully, is a clear and resounding no. But, and this is a huge but, the role isn't staying the same. Not even close. It's actually going through one of the biggest transformations we've ever seen, morphing into something way more dynamic. So where does this transformation start? Well, it begins with saying goodbye to a model we all grew up with, the educator as just a dispenser of knowledge. You know, the idea of a teacher at the front of the room, just delivering facts. That chapter is pretty much over. This right here nails the shift perfectly. We're moving from the sage on the stage to the guide on the side. Think about it. If AI can handle the basic info delivery, suddenly all that class time is freed up for the things that really matter, like rich discussions, deep one-on-one mentorship, and tackling problems together.
In this new role, it goes way deeper than just being a guide. As our students get their hands on these incredibly powerful AI tools, educators are taking on a new critical responsibility, becoming the ethical compass for the next generation.
You see, teaching about AI is now just as important as teaching with it. That's the new mandate. It's about teaching students to question what an AI spits out, to spot the subtle biases, and to really understand its limitations. The best way to think about it is like a calculator. It's an amazing tool, but you still need to know which problem to solve and whether the answer actually makes sense. Okay, so what does this new job description actually look like day to day? Well, it's not just one thing. It's really a blend, a fusion of a few really important interconnected roles. This chart just paints such a clear picture. Look at that. A full 70% of an educator's energy is now shifting to facilitating, coaching, and mentoring. Another 20% is dedicated to being that ethical guide we just talked about. This means being a content expert, while still absolutely the foundation of everything, becomes just 10% of the active, in-the-moment work. It's a huge shift toward developing the whole student. Now, to succeed in these new roles, you're going to need a new toolkit. So let's talk about the skills that are becoming essential for every educator in this new era. The absolute #1 starting point is AI literacy. And let me be clear, this does not mean you need to become a programmer. Not at all. It's about being an informed, critical user, someone who gets what AI is good at, knows where its weaknesses are, and frankly, approaches it with a healthy bit of skepticism. A huge part of being AI literate is learning how to talk to AI effectively. This skill is called prompt engineering, and the rule here is so simple. The quality of the answer you get depends entirely on the quality of the question you ask. By giving the AI a clear goal, some specific context, maybe even a persona to adopt, and then just tweaking your prompts, you can create some absolutely incredible, tailor-made learning materials. Now, here's the funny paradox in all of this. The more capable our technology gets, the more valuable our uniquely human skills become. With AI taking care of the routine stuff, educators are now free to double down on the things no machine will ever be able to replicate: true empathy, sophisticated communication, and the kind of mentorship that helps students solve really messy, complex problems. Okay, I get it. This can all sound like a lot. But the key is that getting started doesn't mean you have to overhaul everything overnight. Just start small. Seriously, use an AI to help you draft an email. Then get curious. Check out what pioneers like Ethan Mollick are writing about. And finally, find your people. Join a working group, like the ones at Vanderbilt, to share what works and what doesn't. This is all about evolution, not a sudden revolution. So let's make this tangible. What does all this theory look like inside a real classroom? Let's take a look at a super practical case study, a foreign language class. This is where it gets really exciting. AI can create these super personalized learning moments that were just impossible to do at scale before. I mean, imagine it. You can instantly generate a dialogue in Spanish that's at the perfect difficulty for your students, or have an app give every single student instant feedback on their pronunciation.
They can even practice their conversational skills by role-playing with an AI shopkeeper. And for a great critical thinking exercise, you can ask them to find the mistakes in something an AI translated. But all of this, every single one of these cool tech tools, it all points to one ultimate goal. The technology isn't the point. The point is to use AI to automate the drills, the rope emborization, and all that repetitive practice, so you can free up that precious class time for what truly, deeply matters: meaningful, dynamic, human-to-human interaction. So when we pull all these threads together, you start to see that this isn't just about a new job description. What's really happening here is the emergence of a brand new and frankly more powerful identity for every educator. An identity that can be summed up perfectly in one powerful new title: the educator as architect. You see, you're no longer just a participant in the learning process. You're the chief designer of it. You're the architect who is thoughtfully and intentionally building the structures, the experiences, and the ethical frameworks where students, with AI as their tool, can genuinely flourish. So, in the age of AI, let's be crystal clear. The educator's role isn't diminishing in the slightest. It's being elevated. It's becoming more vital, more complex, and ultimately more deeply human than it's ever been before. Which leaves us with a final big question to chew on. If educators are indeed the architects of our learning future, what kind of future are we going to choose to build?